were hooking up in the hotel, pillow talking. He was like, I'm not a traitor, Mora. His self-love is blind.
It's blind.
What?
On the rectal
No,
thermometer
crazy.
for infants.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Rich in Theory. I am Paige.
I'm Taylor.
And I'm Morgan. Welcome back to another week. This is actually a weekend recording, guys,
Yes.
which hits a little different than during the week.
It does. It's lighter.
Yeah,
It's
if
a
you're watching on
daytime.
YouTube, it's daytime for all of us right now.
Welcome.
Exactly. I know. I see a little bit
Paige's
of
background is
sunshine.
probably you can see the most because you can see the
was gonna
entire
say.
city behind her. Yeah, exactly.
Yep. I was gonna say I put the shades down here to prevent glare, but then all of the sun from the back of the house is coming through. So
Yeah, lighting is like such an interesting thing because it is so important.
it's so important.
No,
you
it
know,
is.
in so many circumstances. Obviously, like if you're doing like a
speaking of
professional
lighting.
thing, like you want to be recording,
Yeah.
and have good lighting. But it's also just like in life, like I'm such a lighting person. Like I don't know if anyone else
Yeah.
is, but like I'm never using like an overhead like horrible light. I'm using a lamp. I'm like mood lighting, although I'm hanging string lights. Worst case scenario.
More,
Yeah.
you are so actually, Tay, you're pretty good at it too. I feel like both of you actually are, because like in your apartment in Boston, and more like in your apartment, you're always setting up the aesthetic. Like that is the overhead lighting is absolute trash, and I am so bad about like
Trash.
investing in. Like I love.
Do you have a floor lamp?
I have one. It's trash though. It's like I bought it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bought it on Amazon or whatever, and because I needed something over here because there's no like overhead light like in my living room area,
Yeah.
and so I got it, but it's like fluorescent, like it's literally awful. So I don't use it unless like it's absolutely necessary. But
Yeah.
yeah, I need like proper lighting.
You just need to go get like amber light bulbs at like
Yeah.
anywhere. Like it's just
Like,
about the
that's
bulbs.
true.
It's so true. I have ones that I record, I control through my phone, and then you can control how warm or how cool tone it is, which I really
should get
like.
that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's great.
You get them on like Amazon. They're like Bluetooth bulbs. Some of them are controlled by Alexa. Like Owen has the ones in his
Yeah.
apartment. Before we leave, he's always like, Alexa, lights off. I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Like he's so funny.
Yeah. Oh, I love that.
Well,
Big week of stories, guys. Like there was
Big week of
so
stories.
much. I mean, bigger week in shows, arguably. Like we're gonna get into it all today, guys. Traitors finale happened. We watched Reunion
God.
too. I don't know
Yep.
if you watched it, Paige, but me and Taylor actually did watch it last night, and it was funny. Like
yeah,
It was good.
we're gonna finish the show with that, so we're gonna do recaps at the end. But even the stories this week, like I don't know, I just kind of feel like a lot happened.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. I feel
Yeah.
like it like jam packed in a short period of time.
I know it seriously
Right?
was.
I know.
Well, I guess since we are recording this on a Saturday, what's everyone doing tonight?
I have fun plans.
Yes.
Taylor, what are your
flying-
plans? Share.
I am
please.
flying to Scotland. So that'll be fun. It is a work trip, but I've never been.
That's a cool
I'm-
location for a work trip, though.
It is. I'm excited. I've never been to Scotland before, so it'll be a first.
You're going to
And-
Edinburgh, right?
I am. I'm going to Edinburgh. So, and we're staying right in like the little, I think, St. James Square. And yeah, I'm excited to see a new place, look at the castles and all that good stuff during the downtime. So, yeah.
Fun fact, I actually applied to Edinburgh, St. Andrews,
Yes.
like Glasgow, Warwick when I was applying to colleges and got in. And then I was like, Mom, I want to go. But as soon as I got into Cornell, she was like, nope.
She's like, absolutely
Yeah.
not.
They were like, Paige was down to go like 5,000 miles away,
was
and
like,
she
please.
instead went 5 hours.
Which completely tracks.
Yeah, it really does.
I was
She's like,
please.
oh, I didn't get accepted into the University of Hong Kong. Oh, well.
Yeah, literally. She was, so down to go like the furthest. You were also firstborns. I think Mom and Dad were like, you're going to go that far?
Yeah, true.
Exactly.
First to go to college. Like,
Yeah.
they were like, absolutely not.
No, I feel like, because it's funny that I'm the only one that studied abroad between the three of us.
I know.
I know.
I wish I did.
I look back and I'm like, see, since I also went to school when COVID hit, so like I
Yeah.
am grateful that I didn't go abroad
Oh.
because well, one, I played tennis in college, so you could only go abroad in the fall. You couldn't go in the spring because that was when our season was. But like one of my best friends, Em, like she went abroad that fall and then she came back and we got sent home from school in March. So her entire junior year, like she was actually only at school for like maybe 2 months.
So true.
Yeah. I remember that more.
Yeah.
So like I look back and I'm like, and for me, like I just like missed the deadlines. Like I just wasn't paying attention because it wasn't like really on my mind. So it wasn't that like I like consciously chose not to go. I was just like, oh, I guess I missed it. Like whatever, I guess I won't go. But like, yeah, and then COVID hit. So actually a lot of us were kind of like, oh, we were happy that we got fall. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that trend. Because then, yeah, because spring was, and we didn't know when, well, at the time everyone was like 2 weeks. And then it was like, haha.
Yeah. JK, you're
Not gonna do
gone
that.
for 4 months.
Literally.
Yeah. No, yeah, I wish I would have done it. I do, because you had so much fun, Paige, and you loved it.
Yes.
And but I didn't want to miss, you know, yeah, spring was main season, but I didn't want to miss the fall. And I was just, I don't know, I just was like, oh, I'll stay. I wish I did something, a lot of like the other athletes that had like basketball, where it would go like fall through spring, like in the winter season. They went over the summer. They would do like, I don't know if you knew anyone more that did that, but they did like a 4-week program. And I want to say it was in like May or June. And I'm like, that would have been fun if it was like a good group to go with.
Yeah. Yeah, sports were always, it was always dependent. Like I always thought that was crazy. I have friends that stayed during J term because they played basketball. So like that was their season. So they would have to like stay on campus. And then I feel like, yeah, I feel like they might have studied abroad in different because their season kind of was like almost fall into spring. Like it was kind of,
it was
a weird
like
time,
both.
so
yeah.
Yeah.
So you couldn't like do one or the other.
Yeah, honestly, like
Yeah.
we were lucky because technically we're, like Taylor said, we're a 2-season sport because like we did have a season in the fall and we had a season in the spring, but the spring one was like more just like intense and we would travel really far for it and stuff.
It was our legit schedule.
Yeah, like fall was like scrimmages, like you could miss them.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it would have been a really cool experience.
I loved it. I really did. I had such a great time. I loved it. But I remember mom and dad were like, what in the world? Like they were like, what is this girl doing?
What is studying abroad?
Why is she living in Milan now at 20? Yeah, I guess I was 20 because I turned 21 in January. So what a time.
So true. Yeah, I think that was
so
like
funny.
foreign for them, the idea of studying abroad.
Well, yeah,
sure.
it was not a thing. Absolutely not. Mom's like, wait, what was it? What was it, Paige?
I don't know.
The thing that showed up on the credit card that mom
my
was
God.
like losing her mind
Aperitivo.
over.
Yes.
Aperitif or no?
So like,
Aperitivo.
so obviously, you know, I'm abroad, so we're just living off mom and dad. Like this is college life, you know. And I would go to in like Italy, you go to like aperitif, and it's basically a buffet where you just like pay for drinks and then the food is free. And so me and my friends would do that, and then people do that like
amazing.
before dinner.
Yeah.
And so me and my friends would do that all the time. And it would show up on the credit card, obviously, as like aperitivo or whatever. And I'll be like, what is this?
Raging. Morgan and I were on the receiving end of it because we were home. And I'd be like,
Yeah.
what is this? And we're like,
Literally losing her mind. My version was like Uber Eats, like in college. And
my
mom like
God.
still didn't know what that was. Like she was like, what the hell is Uber Eats? And I'm like, it's Uber for food. Like it's pretty self-explanatory.
yeah.
But she like literally still didn't know what that was. And I was like, that's so funny. But it's like literally the same thing. Like it's just like, well, it's like throwing card down for like going to food and drink.
Yeah, exactly. I
exactly.
still find it so funny more that you had Uber in college because like
Oh my God, I know.
we were trying to
You
hail
find it
those
funny that I
taxis.
had Uber. I find it really funny that you didn't.
We just had to suffer. We had to get in the car and go pick this food up.
Yes. Or
It
you
was
had to
awful.
call a taxi. You had to
Call a
get on
taxi.
your cell phone, call a taxi.
Call the drunk bus. How you
Call
got
the drunk
around.
bus. You guys used to call it. You
No,
couldn't
no,
call
we
it.
wouldn't call the drunk bus.
Yeah, I was gonna say we
We'd
could
catch
never
it.
call it. It just ran on on a
Yeah.
round. Yeah, well, I mean, I didn't have Uber in high school, so like in high school we'd be calling like deluxe like taxi service, Oyster rides. This is all
Oyster
like Long Island
rides.
stuff. But
I
like,
remember doing oyster
yeah,
rides.
like we would. I mean, you guys would drive me sometimes. Like it was like there
Yes.
was no Uber. Like you'd figure it out. So, my generation had the best of both worlds.
So funny. Like,
But
what a
Uber in
life.
college.
Just
I know,
did
'cause
Uber
in-
everywhere.
Yeah, we would go out to
Yeah.
dinner all the time, like West Hartford and stuff, because like you just Uber.
Yeah, we would have to have a DD.
You really could, but there were like no taxis. Like, why wouldn't you just taxi then?
Because it was just a pain sometimes. And like sometimes we would, or like if you had friends, like the
You probably
pledges
had to
would
have
take you.
cash too.
I was not in a sorority, but I had friends that were, and they could drive us,
Yeah.
which was nice
And
from
yes,
time
more
to time.
Yeah, and yes, we did need cash. Like,
Yeah, I was gonna
obviously.
say,
Yeah.
I feel like the cash would be the biggest thing
That's-
for me. I'd be like,
Yeah.
yeah, no,
No, it's so true.
it's a pop up.
I just muted myself. Do you hear this diva?
She is being a diva.
No, she literally is like, I need attention. She's like,
Yeah,
what do you
all
mean
the
you're
time.
recording? It's about me.
So funny. I slept over
Sorry
Taylor's
about
house
that.
Thursday and Friday, and we had so much fun. And pop up is literally Taylor's like silently yelling. She's like muting you guys so you don't hear Poppy, but we just see her like scream. If you're on YouTube, you'll see her.
Then you'll see the visual.
Which is really funny.
I
Yeah.
swear to God, there's probably like a squirrel outside, and this is only going to get worse because we're going into spring. Thank God.
Yeah, so true. Well, we have a lot on deck today.
Mm-hmm.
So are you guys
do.
ready to get into it?
Let's do
Yes.
it. Let's
Yep,
get into
I'm
it.
ready.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we have a lot of exciting things to talk about today, but not to start on like a really sad note. But Mary Cosby from the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, her son Robert Jr. passed away, which is really, really unbelievably sad. He was recently out of prison, I believe for trespassing. I think he used to be married to his now ex-wife, and I think she had some sort of maybe restraining order against him, and he got arrested, I guess, trespassing and going to her house, and he was in prison, which Mary Cosby shared in the latest reunion of Salt Lake City that she actually said during that she was like happy that he was there because then she had less concern for him, you know, being on the streets and having such access to drugs and other things that I think he was open that he was struggling with on the show, and Mary opened up about it as well.
yeah.
So it's just incredibly sad. He was 23 years old, which I just like, there's no other words for it. It's so tragic.
It is so, God, it's so sad. And I think it hits even more because she was vulnerable enough to open up about it on the show, and
Yeah.
he was talking about it himself on the show and his struggles that he had been going through, and even like the mental part of it, and that was very interesting to hear kind of directly from him. But to see his story sort of take this turn was just like, it was just so tragic. I just couldn't I couldn't believe it. It's really horrible that he, lost the battle.
Yeah.
Yeah. And for those who don't know, like it was confirmed by Salt Lake City police on Monday that it was an overdose.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
I knew it was suspected, but I wasn't sure.
And Mary actually has posted about it. She
Yeah,
posted
she
a
did.
photo of them together. Yeah. And it was just like very simple, very sweet. She said, God first, love forever, all hashtags. I'm going to miss you, Bubs.
No, it's really
was her only son.
devastating. Yeah.
Her only son. And she was just like, even in the most past reunion, like Andy commended her, just like, thank you so much for speaking on this, because so many parents experience this, and like it can feel so isolating and alone, I'm sure. Your child, a lot of people say, is like your heart walking outside of your body, and it's like when they're dealing with these sort of struggles that are really, really scary, and they are matters of life and death. Like Mary was really brave enough to share that, during reunion and be so open about it as her storyline for the season.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it is really like, I feel like it is something that a lot of people could criticize, I feel like, and be like, oh, like, why are you putting this on TV? But I do think it was like this space for, especially in this time when like opioids are like rampant and like so many like people deal with this issue. And so many parents deal with this issue of their kids. And so like, and it feels like very helpless. And it was a way to shed a light on it that like, I thought like, I don't know, it was very like understanding, I think like addiction
Really
is
real.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly.
Like relatable.
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
like relatable. That's the word more. So yeah, no, I feel for Mary, and apparently they were filming, but then they stopped.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I heard that.
I didn't even know that.
Even
Yeah.
worse.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh. No, it's absolutely awful. So obviously, like, our thoughts and prayers go out to Mary, her family, Robert Sr.,
Yeah.
everyone, because I mean that's just like the unimaginable.
Yeah,
It
no,
really
it truly
is.
is. It truly is. I feel for her.
I know.
Yeah, I really do.
Not to start the show off on a sad note, but of course we had to acknowledge our girl Mary Cosby
We
and
did.
send her love, because that's just absolutely awful. So
100%.
I don't really know how to transition from that to Call Her Daddy, but like we're gonna do it.
Yeah, we're gonna
That's
do the
what
best
we do
we
here
can.
on the show.
Okay,
We
transitioning.
transition.
Topic
We're
to topic.
transitioning. Exactly. In other news, Sophia Franklin came out with, well, she didn't release it yet, but she is releasing a memoir of her time on Call Her Daddy. I think it's also her life story in a way, but I think definitely she's going to cover the Call Her Daddy saga of 2020 and the unraveling of it all. And it is a memoir called none other than Daddy Issues.
Yuck.
If you have seen the cover of this memoir, it might be a photo that you recognize, because it is in fact a photo of Sophia and Alex Cooper, except Alex Cooper's face is like crossed out, like blanks rubbed over, whatever.
Like a
Girl was
proper
hiding
burn
nothing.
book.
I mean, the name of the podcast, her face.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna lie though, like I kind of love it, because I feel like it's always been like Sophia's energy. Like I don't know why I feel like, excuse me, oh my god, I'm like choking over here. I was like, I literally got
Make you
scared.
emotional more?
Oh my god, yeah, what?
Pack of cigs.
It's like we're just talking about Mary Cosby
we're
and I choke
going
up
to
over
this.
Call Her Daddy. It's like, okay. Like, where is my...
You're like, oh my god, I feel for Sophia.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, I don't. But I'm just like, good for her. But I was mentioning this a little bit before, and I want to hear your guys' takes on it, of course. But I do feel like the public, like, I think it's obvious that Alex Cooper, like, has disdain for Sophia, right? She feels above Sophia. Like, Sophia is like, she has left her in the past and truly never looked back, despite building this with her. And while, like, credit to the level that Call Her Daddy is today is to Alex Cooper, I do feel like the public has never hated Sophia Franklin. Like, I think maybe during that time they picked sides, right? Like, there was definitely, it was huge. I think it was during COVID. I want to say it was like, was it COVID summer?
Yeah, it was during COVID, because remember, she met with Dave on the roof of like a building or something in New York City.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. During like all of
so
that
true.
drama. No more. I'm like really sad for this. Like, it's funny because I didn't really listen to Call Her Dad. I don't know if you guys did either, actually. Like
Before I didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I didn't really
I knew
listen to
about
it. Same. I knew about it. And, like, I knew about like the Gluck Gluck episode or whatever, like the blowjob.
Yeah,
episode.
exactly.
Of course. So, but I remember when the drama happened, and obviously I watched like Alex's YouTube video, and it was like, I don't know, it was very like entertaining to be a part of. But now this with Sophia, I saw like because I guess she posted maybe an episode or a clip from her podcast, but she says that she addresses it in the book, and I am intrigued. She mentions how like Alex's company is called Unwell, and the merch Unwell, and the drink Unwell. And Unwell was something that Sophia would say. Like, they both would say it.
Really?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I saw that clip, but Sophia was like, that was like my joke. That was like my bit. Like, I came up with that kind of a thing.
And she was like, oh, well, it's interesting that she's still using this stuff today. Mm-hmm. And I thought that was, I mean, it's a funny kind of dig. But it is interesting because Alex did just run with it. And she framed it as a way of like, she wanted to stand against like Suitman, because Suitman was the one trying to manipulate Sophia, and Alex was trying to be a strong, independent woman. And it's just kind of funny how like, there's always two sides to every story, right? There's like two sides and then there's the truth. So
100%. And I'm sad for this truth.
Same.
I'm sad for Sophia's perspective.
She's really like drawing this out. I feel like
You think Sophia's drawing it out?
Yeah, I just feel like, not that I'm on either side, to be honest with you. I'm kind of indifferent about the whole thing, but like, I feel like she's been talking about this since it happened. And it's like, she's trying to stay relevant and coming up with, now it's like, it was her podcast and like going off and doing her own thing. And she's like, had some stuff in the meantime, but like, you know, Alex obviously has definitely taken off and she's kind of stayed where she's at. And now it's like, okay, I'm drumming this up again, or maybe now she's revealing more and here's a book, and I don't know.
Hey, you know what? To be fair, I've never listened to Sophia with enough. I've just like seen the clips and stuff.
But I've never watched it. I've only seen clips.
Yeah. So, and
I watched it.
yeah, like I don't know more if it may, so then maybe you would know a better answer to this. I feel like she hasn't really talked about it. Like
She hasn't. So that's the thing. I'm like, so I see how it could see that way, Tay.
Yeah.
But honestly, like Sophia hasn't. Like I think she has not brought this up. Like she's made digs, she's made jokes about it. It's kind of like her humor. Like she'll reference it, but
Yeah.
she's never really come out with this like tell-all basically of like Sophia's side. That is like, this is how it all went down in my perspective. And like her podcast, like it's funny, actually funny enough, I've like one of the first episodes I watched of Sophia with an F and I really liked it was her episode with Paige Lorenz, and it was right when the Army Hammer and Paige Lorenz stuff was like all coming out, and Paige went on Sophia with an F and talked about it.
Yeah.
so funny.
Yeah, so it was like such a tea episode. It was like a while ago. That was probably like 3 years ago now, maybe.
Oh yeah, no, I remember that. That was a while. That was like COVID times.
Yeah, honestly, like maybe even longer. But honestly, I don't feel like Sophia has ran this into the ground for herself. I think that she's obviously teetered on like things have happened and she wants to talk about it, and Alex Cooper's not her favorite person at all. But I don't think that she's like used all of her limelight yet with this situation.
Didn't she come out with a YouTube video when it all happened? It was like Sophia and then Alex, and they both had their like version of it at the time. I know it was a long time ago, but
She may have, Tay. I honestly need to do some research because I am not sure. I remember Alex's video. I don't really remember Sophia's, but
I'm sure she commented.
Yeah,
like
for
of course
sure.
I'm sure she said something, but like I actually genuinely don't feel like, I think there's a difference between like you being involved in a situation and people knowing you from that situation, right? Like I think everyone knows Sophia Franklin from this situation, but I actually don't think that Sophia Franklin's built her entire brand off of this situation.
Yeah.
You know, like I still think she's relevant in her own. And like, please, people comment on this. Obviously, this is like a topic to be debated, right?
yeah, I'm curious. Sound off in the comments what you think.
I'm
about
very
this whole
curious
situation.
too.
But I was like, I don't know if I mentioned this before, but I don't think that, I think I said like the public doesn't, I don't feel like the public has hated Sophia in the way that Alex Cooper has sort of like erased her.
No,
Like I just don't feel like that was the public reaction towards Sophia during all of this.
would agree with that.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
totally agree too. And I also think, I forgot which podcast I was listening to, and they brought this up, and I thought it was an interesting point. Like, I mean, I guess in a way, even how it went down, like by Alex Cooper kind of just like basically taking ownership of all the rights of Call Her Daddy at the time and like going forward with that deal. Like when she sold, or when they sold Call Her Daddy to Spotify, like that first big Spotify deal that was what, like $30 million or
60
something?
million?
60 million.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was big. Yeah.
It was the whole catalog. And so like the first I don't know how many episodes they were on for, because they were like, their rise to fame was quite quick. It might have been like 6 months, honestly. So maybe
It was
whatever.
from 2018.
Wait,
yeah,
it
December.
was from 2018.
That's what it says in this Page 6 article. It says that they started recording the podcast together from December of 2018. So they
it
had
wasn't
over
that
2
long.
years worth of episodes
No,
with
Tay,
Sophia in them.
That's a long time.
That's a long time to think that Alex, when she
Yeah.
did this deal, had 2 years plus worth of valuable episodes that are like archives of the Call Her Daddy like name and podcast that were hers and she owned. But Sophia was in half of them and was half of like all of that work.
Yeah.
Like I think it is kind of crazy.
No, that totally is crazy. And I do think, like, I think that Alex was right at the time when she, like, in her video, remember she's saying, like, she did all of the editing and she did, like, she drove a lot of, like, the behind the scenes, the techie stuff that needs to get done. Outside of the fact that they were also at Barstool, and Barstool does a lot of that, but Alex was doing that, right?
Yeah.
And
She says she still does it. She still
Yeah.
edits Call Her Daddy to this day.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, she does say that. And so I think when you're doing a podcast, just a little behind the scenes, like, that stuff needs to get done. But, like, you have, like,
You
I don't
know that Paige.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Yeah,
Like, we
shout
all
out
have
Paige who edits these episodes.
Yeah, it's Paige. She's
Paige
putting in
is
that
our
work.
tech department.
Yep.
But like, you know, but everybody like has their role. And so it's interesting to then like for Alex to like take that, because they clearly had their roles and their roles were fine. But then at some point, I guess Alex started to resent it. And I think 2 years more. I thought it was literally 6 months. Like I thought they started Call Her Daddy in like January of 2020.
Because I think they started it like in an apartment, them two like recording episodes and maybe posting them on YouTube. Like, I mean, that's kind of how every podcast starts or every radio show kind of sort of thing. And then I think from there, they started picking up traction. Because when they went to Barstool, like in my understanding, they already had like some sort of backing. I mean, I guess they have to be picked up by Barstool.
Yeah, like they already had an audience.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I absolutely agree.
But I do remember it being only like they were each making $70K. Like that was a part of the big drama, is that like, and what's also like so crazy about it is, they were making $70K because that was like their initial comp deal because the podcast was really small. And then it was like the number one podcast, right? Like above Joe Rogan. And then I think at that point they got increased like $250 each. And then after Sophia left, then Alex got 500. And then, you know, the IP after, I guess it was like a year and a half or something. But
yeah, it's interesting that she absorbed Sophia's. I actually heard it was $1 million. That they were each getting paid $500,000, and then after Sophia left, Alex got $1 million.
Wow.
Oh.
Wow.
Which is like, I mean, that's the whole drama with this like HBO man who like suit guy.
Yes,
who I think was like an executive at HBO or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I guess he was the one that was like fighting and said that they could get more. But I'm still for like at that time. And granted, like apparently Barstool was pulling down like more than $1 million in revenue like a month just from this show. Like it was like crazy the amount that they were clearly. But it's also kind of like when you work for a company like that, at least in my understanding, like they really can't pay you what you're valued at. Like you're more valuable by yourself.
Yeah,
like in terms of like making revenue, like the company will go under if they pay you what like you're technically
what you're actually generating.
Yeah, right. I mean, at least that's my understanding of it.
No, for sure. I always thought in the situation that Dave, like Portnoy, I feel like he actually did the really nice thing there because he did not have to give like Alex the IP for Call Her Daddy.
Not at all.
Yeah,
like he really didn't. And the fact that I feel like the deal was quite fair. Like. It's honestly one of those situations where he like looks the best in.
He does. He really does. It was just like a nice thing, 100%.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, that's where it just all gets so interesting because like hot mess with Alex Earl, that was under Unwell's branch. What the fuck happened with that? Because also, I don't know if you guys know this, but Alex Earl has now created like this show on YouTube called Get Real With Me.
Yes,
and it's basically kind of like Hot Mess, but it's like she sits down and she like has guests on the show. Like Jake Shane was on it. Like Stassi Schroeder was just on the most recent episode.
My God, and she
like sits down and talks with them. And to me, it's just like another version of Hot Mess that she really liked. And just sort of like interview, have guests kind of format. But I just like, I don't know. Like, I'm just like, what happened with that? Like, why is it clearly Alex Cooper? Like there was some wrongdoing on her side in the eyes of Alex Earl and her team.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like there's beef there.
Something went down.
I need to know.
And apparently Alex was liking all this Sophia stuff.
Yes.
Of the daddy issues.
Exactly. Memoir. She was engaging in that content.
She was engaging.
That's saying something like, without saying something.
Do you think that Alex Cooper like didn't give Alex Earl the IP of Hot Mess?
Oh, because it's not called Hot Mess.
That's what I'm saying. She's like creating a different version. And granted, maybe Alex was, because I'm like, that's what Alex Cooper rides her whole thing on, right? Like, oh, Dave did me so right, so I would never do anybody else wrong because like, Dave did the right thing for me, so that's how I run my business. And granted, maybe Alex Earl wanted like rebranding in a way. She was like, I'm just not going to call it the same thing. But it's very interesting.
It is. I'm like, I can't wait to hear more. I want to hear more drama. And I feel like at some point we will find out like what went down between Alex Cooper and Alex Earl, and I like cannot wait for it.
It's so funny because
it's gonna come out at some point.
1,000%.
Oh yeah.
But it's also so funny because it's like the type of drama that is would normally be a woman going on Call Her Daddy to tell her story.
Yes. It's so true.
I mean? So true.
100%. Like what happened?
That's
to
what
you?
makes it so interesting. Is it's like normally Alex Cooper would be the woman giving the woman the platform to be strong and tell her story and tell the world how she was wronged and like deserves better.
Yep.
And it's like,
So true.
did Alex Cooper do the wronging? Like, I need to know.
I know.
Maybe she'll go on
Exactly.
Sophia Franklin. Can you imagine?
Oh my God,
That would be
crazy.
Get
But the
Alex
right
Earl
move.
on Sophia. Yeah, Sophia with an F to tell us what the hell happened.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I'm here for
Yep.
that. I'm
I
sad.
need to know.
I'm sad for that.
I'm sad.
In other news, another crazy transition, but we're talking about babies.
We're talking about babies.
We're really covering all our bases today. But I don't know if you guys have heard about the Frida baby drama, but it's kind of along the lines of like the Balenciaga drama. Like, remember the whole Balenciaga ads and they were using
Yes.
babies
Oh
and
my God.
chains and like everyone was like, what the fuck are you doing, Balenciaga?
Yep.
Well,
Very
Frida
similar.
baby is kind of in that category. I don't know if like an executive from Balenciaga lost their job and then started at Frida. Like, I'm not really sure
No,
Interesting
seriously.
transition.
what
Yeah.
the crossover is here. But they're being criticized online for some of their marketing tactics after Instagram campaigns posted, again, this is 5 years ago, so this isn't like in a recent thing, but there's like, they go as far back as like 5 years ago of this sort of like marketing that sexualizes these baby like items.
Products?
Yeah.
Products, exactly.
It's crazy.
Yeah, Tay, I feel like you need to comment on this because I feel like you've seen this a bunch.
No, I have. It's been like, especially I have a lot of friends with babies and so like you're familiar with those products, have attended a lot of baby showers, bought a lot of gifts. So I knew Frida Baby and it came up on my feed and I started reading through some of the like I don't know if you call outs or whatever you would call it, the quotes that are on these products. And they're wild. And I'm just going to read some of them.
I literally just
you guys have
looked them
to
up.
share.
Tay, I have them. I'm like
you're going to die. Okay. So the first one that actually killed me. So if you guys don't know, if you don't have children, doesn't matter. But typically when you take a baby's temperature, you go up through the bum. That's the best way to take a baby's temperature. So on their thermometer that they sell for babies, it says, this is the closest your husband's going to get to a threesome.
Wha-
On
What?
the rectal
No,
thermometer
crazy.
for infants.
Wait, what? That is.
Insane.
Oh my God, that's icky. That's icky.
and there's
What?
like hundreds of examples of this, like dated back to
There's-
5 years ago.
Yeah, another one is how about a quickie or I get turned on easily. That was for another product, and then
A
another one is-
humidifier. I get turned on
humidifier.
easily. A
Yep.
humidifier.
and then pull out game strong for the snot sucker because there's like a thing where you for children you just like suck their snot out. Like
Yeah, no, it's like it's insane, and I don't
can't.
know how
I
nobody
can't.
noticed this, but like really,
No,
people
seriously.
didn't notice. Like people were Frida was like the next best thing, like for babies and mamas.
100%.
Like it was the next best thing for both clean, like good products, like rave reviews.
yeah, people love it. I mean, they
So
they do
people
from like
notice.
pregnancy, postpartum, for the baby. Like they cover really all of their bases. They have really like cute, kitschy marketing, and like their visuals are really good. And yeah, and it's just like imploded over the last couple of days, and people are boycotting it. They're de-influencing Frida, and they're like, don't buy it because of what they're doing, and you know, also like the really bad situation on the internet with like sexualizing children, and it's just like a very dangerous, you know, area of the internet.
Yeah, I don't know why brands at all. Like that would just never cross my mind as a baby
Like-
company to be like, how can we make this like hot and sexy? It's like, sorry, like babies aren't hot and sexy, like they're cute and adorable. Like that's what
Exactly.
your marketing should be like.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's also so interesting that this literally has been happening since 5 years ago, like for 5 years, and now all of a sudden people are catching on. Like that
No, it
seems
is crazy,
bizarre
like-
to me too.
The delayed reaction of the public, but-
Right?
I mean, maybe it speaks to their products and just how good they were. Like I don't know, people were
People
just,
just
like,
didn't
oh.
care.
Or
Yeah,
people just don't pay
exactly.
attention, really. Like let's be real, nobody's
Maybe.
reading
That's
the
also true.
caption.
Mhm.
Maybe they just take the
People
product
read
for all the
ingredients.
packaging.
They don't read the caption, you know.
Exactly. And I
So
don't know.
true.
I mean, we don't have children, so this is not something that we're like familiar with. My friends have been having children the last couple of years. But yeah, I am curious why like now. But
So tell us,
freaking
mamas, like, are you offended? Are you still gonna buy Frida? Like, are you not? Like, I'm
True.
actually curious if like
Yeah.
these
Yeah.
things-
It is.
we need
so
to take like a poll.
Yeah,
Are we going to
no, for
continue
sure.
buying this? Are we actually de-influencing?
And is this stuff actually good? Because I hear a lot of
Yeah.
good things about Frida, like about
Yeah.
like all the mommy influencers I follow. Like I feel like they love Frida.
Yeah.
But is it good enough that you would keep buying it despite their poor choice in advertising? Or like, are you boycotting? Curious.
This is so
Yeah.
funny because despite the fact that you're right, more none of us have kids. It's like I had not even heard of this company, have not heard of this story, like literally had not crossed my mind. And it is hilarious more that you are like aware. You're like, oh, the mommy influencers are telling you.
Oh my God, I know. And she's the youngest.
I just love it. Like, I don't know. I mean, I feel
It's
like,
so
it's
funny.
maybe it's my generation, like the Gen Zers. We're drinking less. Like, we're doing a lot of things less than the people before us.
Yeah.
And, maybe we're becoming mommy sooner. Like, we're just turning that curve. So I do love to watch mom influencers. I like to watch birth vlogs. It's very peaceful and calming and cute. Like, and I mean, this is a rabbit hole, and we have such good recaps today that we do have to move on. But like family vloggers and stuff, like I
Oh my
definitely have
God,
my own
the
opinions.
drama.
No,
Yes.
there's people say too, and I agree with this. People are like, if I could recognize your kid walking down the street before I see you as like the influencer, you're posting your kids online too much. And I actually agree with that. And I could name, I don't want to call anyone out, but I'm like, I could definitely name like 3 or 4 that I'm like, if I saw their kid walking down the street, like I would know who that is.
Oh, yeah.
And that I think is a little crazy.
It's
Yeah.
creepy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No,
It's a
for
little
sure.
creepy.
Huh.
No, I agree.
Interesting.
Speak out, mamas. We're behind you. Whatever you're
Yeah.
doing.
We support
We
you.
feel you.
Yeah. Well, more I know. When I get pregnant, I'll call you.
Exactly.
Please
She'll have
do.
all the information.
Please do. I'll tell you my favorite products, even if I'm single as a Pringle. I'll be like, I'm really into this like nipple paste right now. I don't know if you've tried it, but no, I'm kidding.
That's so good. So
Oh
good.
my gosh.
Okay.
So,
Yeah. I think
Rich
it's
and
time for
recaps.
rich and recaps.
Yes,
do it.
indeed. Let's do
I
it.
think we're ready to get into some really good television this week, I will say. And I just feel like we have to start with Traitors. We have to.
no, I was like, do we start or finish with Traitors?
What do you think?
Start with Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, then Love
yeah,
Is Blind.
I kind of want to
then
start with like
Traitors.
the least ticket,
and
and then we'll end
build
on a
up.
bang.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're leaving
Beverly
the people
Hills.
waiting for more.
Don't hate
But
me, but I don't think
exactly.
I'm caught up.
But honestly, the only thing from Beverly Hills that I wanted to mention this week, because I think we touched on it last week, but we didn't, is the dinner with Denise Richards. I don't know. Did you not see that, Tay? The Denise,
didn't.
Erica,
No.
and I forget who else was there. Sutton dinner. Well,
No.
that was basically where Denise comes out and says that like Aaron has been like beating her,
Yes.
and I mean I was shocked. Like I was like,
Yeah.
but even in the midst of that conversation, so obviously in that conversation, Erica also like speaks up about a relationship that she was in post
Really?
Tom
Yeah.
that was like abusive. Yeah. And Sutton is like so taken aback because obviously Erica's like this such a strong woman. You never think it would
Yeah.
happen to someone like Erica.
Mm-hmm.
But even before that, when Denise and Paige, I think you watched the
Yes, I did.
episodes, but when she was talking about how it was like a few hours or so, or I don't know, maybe days after her facelift, and she was home and she was like on the toilet and Aaron like slapped her across the face.
Yep. And like that's when
What?
she knew that like, okay, now I gotta, before she did like her neck surgery or whatever, she was like, that's like, I have to get out of this, basically.
Yeah,
I
like this
have
man
to
is
file.
not going to care for me. Like I just had major surgery and he's literally beating me hours after.
Oh my God.
Really crazy.
It is
That is so
really-
bad.
It is really wild because they were on reality TV. Like they were being filmed like a lot of the time. Like it is insane to me that like so much can happen behind the scenes. That being said, like Aaron was always weird and like weirdly
Totally.
controlling, and like he just didn't give good vibes. And so, but Denise was obviously like, I guess you could say she was protecting her marriage, but she was like getting abused. So she like was just scared, really, I guess.
Yeah.
But it's just sad, but it is nice to then see her speak about it with Erica and like share, and
Yeah.
like you could just tell she's like a weight has been lifted off of her.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my God. Did she say how long it was going on? Like, was it the entirety of their marriage? Was it just a piece of it? Like, I don't know if she did the dinner and then like a friend of interview type thing.
Really remember if she did a confessional. I don't think it was the entirety of their marriage. I want to say maybe the last like year and a half.
And weren't they all like sequestered, like him and his family in the house? And like, wasn't there a whole situation with the living?
Yeah,
like,
I think she was living like upstairs in the house and he was living like downstairs with his parents or something.
Yes,
Wait,
yes. It was
what?
something like that. Yeah.
You didn't see the photos of their house? I remember that this happened like months ago, but
Yeah.
yeah,
not
that was
more.
like it was like gross.
Yeah.
Wait, what? Like, what do you mean? So why were there pictures?
Because I think like the cops
I'm pulling
came
it up
or
more.
something. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It happened like a while ago. I want to say like maybe over like last summer. It was like all released, but it was I mean the house looks like it was like ransacked, like but it was like fully they were living in it, but I think they were separated, so they were like living separately within the house. And they have kids. Like, don't they have an adopted girl together?
Yeah, they do.
Yes.
I don't know if they have any biological children together.
They must have been
Yeah.
together for like 5 to 7 years or something.
Yeah, I mean
Like,
they were
it's
together when
been
she
a
was
good
on
bit.
Beverly Hills.
Yeah.
So you're right, Maura. It actually wasn't that long ago. The reports about the house came out in September of 2025, and they were renting a house in Calabasas, and yeah, basically left it in like absolute shambles. There was clothes everywhere. The bedrooms were completely trash. There was makeup all over the bathrooms.
And they weren't
Yep.
living in it at the time?
When this came out, because they had moved out and I guess left the house in this condition.
Because I
That's
remember
crazy.
like Insider or maybe like Entertainment Tonight or something going through the house with Aaron. Like I have like a vague like memory of that.
On the show?
It was just like a clip where it was like, you know how they were like promoing like
Yeah.
this is what's happening on later on tonight, we're going to discuss this kind of a thing. And I have like a vague memory of like cameras going through the house with Aaron and Aaron like explaining like what's happening at the moment. Like the whole thing was just so weird and so
Weird.
bizarre. But to obviously know that something this like egregious and disgusting was happening behind closed doors is just like makes it 10 times, you know, worse and scary. And obviously like we feel for Denise,
Yeah, for sure.
you
No.
know, so
I'm
I just
like,
can't believe she was going through that. That's like, it was like a shock. I remember when we briefly talked about it last week. I just like can't imagine, especially you think about her as a person and what she went through with Charlie Sheen,
yeah.
and then going from that. I don't believe she went from Charlie Sheen to Aaron, but like going to another like extremely like toxic, dangerous, really
She
horrible
said-
relationship.
actually, Tay, it's funny that you say that because she said she would do what she did with Charlie 5 times over before she would go through what she did with Aaron again.
My God, that woman is resilient.
Resilient.
She
really
is
is.
resilient. I mean, she has been through it.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if she'll come back. Do you think did it give the vibes that she would come back on Beverly Hills?
I think so.
I think so.
Yeah.
It was kind of like a gateway. Like it was like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
she didn't do any confessionals, but I feel like, yeah, it was like the doors opening. She like
Yeah.
connected with Erica because obviously this also happened to Erica. And then Sutton like was like also in her confessional, she was like just opening up. And so like I think Denise will be back. And honestly, I'll be happy to see her.
No, same.
yeah, me too.
I enjoyed her.
Also, speaking of Beverly Hills and bad husbands, Sutton's like annulment is so weird to me. And it's like,
Yeah.
right? Like it is just really bizarre. And it just seems like I haven't like looked it up or done any other like digging on it, but like he must be a real asshole to like annul the marriage when they were together for like 20 something years, have 2 kids together, and like he wanted an annulment in the church. Like, dude, you guys were married. Like, you have 2 kids.
I wonder, yeah.
No, I was
Okay.
just going to say, I'm like, if you are, because we are not Catholic, but if you are Catholic, sound off in the comments, because I personally, I was a bit confused as to why this was so significant. They've been divorced for so long. Why go to the church now and need to get it erased from the church? Like, who cares? Unless he's getting married again, which I don't know if he's in a new relationship or any. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if Sutton's talked about that on the show, but I didn't really understand it, like why it was done, and then all again, like they've been
It
together
just-
for a really long time. So
Yeah, it just seems like unnecessarily cruel. honestly. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like, why, if he's so religious, well, then maybe they should have stayed married. Like, and because he's the one who wanted the divorce. Like, he's the one who did this. And they clearly, like, built a beautiful life together for a really long time. You know, they were together for like over 20 years and they have 2 kids, or maybe 3 kids, maybe.
2? I think they have 2, boy and girl.
Okay, boy and a girl. But like, still, so to like annul and pretend like it just never happened, like, I'm like, what did Sutton do? Like, I don't know, it just seems like unnecessarily cruel. But maybe,
I guess I mean, I just kind of looked up a few reasons. It's basically, it seems as though you can annul it after 20, 40, 60 years in the church if there's like a lack of full consent, psychological incapacity, deception or hidden facts, external pressure, conversion or return to faith. So somebody wanting to remarry in the church is a reason why somebody would annul their current marriage. I mean, I also wonder if it has to do with like, because I think it's this way in Mormonism, but I actually don't know if it's this way in the Catholic Church. I mean, again, I'm like, religion and me, like, not shaking hands, okay?
Yeah.
Like, I don't
like,
claim to be a pro on the depths of this, but from what I hear and what I like take in, like, I think in Mormonism, like, again, I feel like I learned this from Salt Lake, but like when you marry in the Mormon church, like, you, even if you get divorced, like, in the eyes of the Mormon church, like, you are going to heaven with that person. Like, that is the person you are going to eternity with. And like, there's no unraveling that. Like, even if you legally unravel it, like, that's why a lot of people like want to get their, I guess, marriage erased from the church in Mormonism.
I'm like, who put that rule in?
Exactly.
I think God. I think in the eyes of them.
No, it's John Smith, right?
It's John Smith.
If we're talking Mormonism, Joseph Smith. It's like, don't ask me who created the rules of religion, because like,
he wrote,
that's a loaded
he
question.
The book.
But yeah,
God
I mean,
told him to.
I guess to bring this back around, like, it just feels unnecessary, like, to like letter it, especially poor Sutton, who I just feel like is so sensitive, to letter it to her maiden name. It's just like, dude, you share 2 children with this woman.
Exactly.
Like, don't you think? And I think that's what she was struggling the most with, even in the FaceTime she had with her daughter Porter. She was like, "Is it bother you that I might not have the same last name as you anymore?" And Porter was like, "No, Mom, like, it's fine. Like, do whatever, works for you." But like, I could see that being a really big deal for Sutton. It's just kind of like somebody just like such an unnecessary like dig.
Exactly.
That's what it feels like.
That's exactly how I feel about it. It feels like an unnecessary dig. And I'm like, why? Like, damn, he's like such an asshole. Like, that's just really it. And like, yeah, it makes me feel for Sutton for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
All right, Traitors.
Okay, Traitors.
Traitors. Oh my God.
Spoiler alert, if you have not watched, do not proceed past this point.
Yes.
Because
skip ahead.
We will be spoiling absolutely everything because there is so much to say.
Oh my God. What a finale. Overall, the excitement in this finale was so good.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
Rob.
yeah.
Rob?
Rob played an excellent game.
He did.
There is no doubt about that.
He did.
I don't approve of the game that Rob played, but
I agree.
Like, I felt so morally corrupt at the game that Rob played, but it is called Traitors, so it's like, how else was he supposed to be?
You have to think about that at this. It's like, because I like, I'm the same way. My emotions get so tied in it, and like, even what he did to Eric in those final moments was so messed up.
It was so you guys have not seen any other season, right?
I watched last season, but I've not watched any season before.
So you got to watch the season before last season, because there is a
Don't
moment.
tell me about it.
Yeah, I won't. But there's just a similar moment where like that happens and then somebody kind of gets screwed. But yes, when Rob did, it was so unnecessary for him to do that to Eric.
Yeah.
But like, he was truly like, and like, you could see on Eric's face, Eric was like, what?
Like, go fuck yourself.
Basically,
He was
guys,
pissed.
if you're listening without context, like, Rob was at the round table and they had to banish again. And basically they threw green or red at the fire to decide if they were going to banish again or not. And Eric threw first. This is after they had already banished Tara.
Yep.
And Maura had already betrayed us, and we felt extremely betrayed by Maura.
Twice.
Yeah,
The people she knew weren't traitors.
Literally, exactly. But Eric throws green at the fire. So he's like, let's end the game. All traitors win. Fuck Maura. But like, me and Rob will split the money.
Yeah.
Maura obviously throws red. She's like, I want to banish again. She still believes Eric's a traitor. She's correct, but still blindly loyal to Rob. Rob throws at the fire, wants to banish again. In other words, just completely betraying Eric. Basically just being like, I want to banish again so that I don't split the money with you.
Yeah.
Because I'm about to win with Maura.
Exactly.
Literally.
It was, and he actually said, because Taylor and I also watched the reunion last night, he said that he did that to like keep his promise to Maura. Like that's why he banished Eric, because he pinky promised Maura that he would banish Eric.
Yeah, but like he also said during the finale, would you give $100,000 to someone you met 3 weeks ago?
Yes.
Which I think is the real reason.
It's a valid point though.
Which I don't necessarily disagree with him. It's very like conflicting like morals and emotions, because in hindsight you're like, no, why the hell would I do that? I'm going to be in this for myself. His family's from Alabama and he's shared that they don't come from much and this would really change their lives. So it's like that incentive I think is like just like be real, Rob. Come on. Don't be
Also,
like, oh, Maura.
Yeah, I also think it's different if he rode with a traitor from the very beginning. Like if it was Candace or Lisa and then you betrayed them at the end when they'd done this whole thing with you and like gotten you this far. I think that would be more morally corrupt. I think Eric was kind of this late kind of like tag along traitor that wasn't even that good. He really didn't have to do a lot.
He didn't do much.
Yeah, so I don't I guess necessarily think that, honestly, Maura's more my villain than Eric.
Yeah, she is.
Maura,
you know?
when Maura was talking to Tara and Tara was like, listen, we know, like it's Eric. And then she was like, it might be Rob. And Maura's just like, I don't know. Like Maura knew that Tara was a faithful. Like she knew. And it's like, girl, like she literally, the only way it can be explained is that she like literally had the biggest crush on Rob and like wanted to date Rob after. Like, because otherwise it makes no sense that she like just rode so hard for him for like what other reason?
Her voting for Tara at the round table, like jaw was on the floor. I was like, no way. Like I really thought that was crazy, because I was just like, that it also just didn't make any sense though. Because to your point, like she really, like whether she thought Rob was a traitor or not was irrelevant. Whether she thought like Eric was or not was irrelevant. But like voting for Tara, like you knew that she was a faithful. And so then it's like, well, what kind of game are you playing? Because you know you are a faithful.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like, are you playing for the faithfuls or just like you playing for Rob?
Exactly.
Like
I swear to God, she did not have a unique thought of her own the entire season. Like we never heard Maura's own thoughts that weren't like coerced by Rob or Colton or some other person. And that was like so sad to see, because we talked about it on the last episode. Like Maura's not that type of girl. She was like going like for people in Love Island, telling it to them straight. Like she was not this like sheepish follower that like 100%. I felt like she was in the show. And then knowing Johnny's not a traitor, vote for Johnny. And that like after talking to them, it's Rob. They're like, it's Rob and Eric. And she'd be like, oh yeah, do it. Tara, same thing, knowing 100% that she's a faithful. And she just like, I don't understand how you could be just so blinded. And I think that, and I know, Paige, you haven't watched the reunion yet, but
I did actually.
Oh, you did? Oh, great.
Yes,
okay.
Yeah.
So it was almost, I don't know if more you feel the same. It was refreshing to at least hear that the cast was feeling how we were feeling as the audience, and that these were the worst group of faithfuls ever, and they like did not pick up on anything from Candace, from anybody else. Everyone was blindly loyal to Rob, and that was like insane.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. No, I mean like 100%. Everybody was blindly loyal to Rob, and it was so funny because anytime somebody brought up Rob as like oh maybe we should, like Maura was coming to his defense so hard, and it's like, girl, like why not? It was like he got literally one round table where he was under fire, right?
That was
it.
Yep.
100%. And Candace voted for him. That was the biggest thing to me the whole time as a viewer. I'm just like, somebody who is a traitor voted for Rob twice.
Yes. Like, those are her breadcrumbs.
How could nobody say that? Like nobody thought to look at it like for 2 seconds. And it's also like another thing about Maura at the end. Like I just felt like Maura she so believed that Rob was a faithful, more so than understanding the context in which the group of people that were there and what was the likelihood that they were traitors.
100%.
Like, look at who else was surrounding you. Tara and Johnny, like, you really think that they're a traitor? And there has to be two. Like, that was the thing for me. It's like they knew at that point that there was likely 1 or 2 traitors left. I think it seemed like everyone knew that there was probably 2.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so it was just like, it wasn't Tara and Johnny. Like, obviously. Like, I feel like them being the last 2 people there, like, it should have been a slam dunk for Maura.
It should have.
It was so frustrating.
She was
like,
under
her
his
actions.
spell.
She was.
Oh my gosh.
She was. I don't know. Rob must have some like woo woo whatever.
I think they were hooking up in the hotel, pillow talking. He was like, I'm not a traitor, Maura. I'm not a traitor. I promise you I'm not.
It is.
And she was just like,
And I feel like when they were showing the clips during the reunion and they're going back to all of the scenes of Rob going to Maura being like, we're going to win this. It's you and me. Like, just so like, just convincing. And
crazy.
She's just falling for it, like head over heels. I don't know if you guys remember, there's at one point they're holding hands after that moment when they're in the kitchen or wherever, and they're literally walking out holding hands.
Wait, I didn't even realize that. I'm just remembering, when he like picked her up in the kitchen, like, and like turned her around, like, oh my God.
but it's like, that's why at the end when Rob says I'm a traitor, she's like, you're never going to get a girlfriend after this, because she was trusting him like she was his girlfriend.
Like she was his girlfriend.
Because that's how he was treating her. Like he was, and that's why it was also crazy when Maura was like, there was no flirting. Even Rob was like, dude, we were flirting.
Girl.
Like, that's crazy. I was like, Maura, what? Like, that's even innocent. Like,
come on.
Of course you're flirting with Rob. Like, he's so cute, and everyone on this couch thinks he's cute. Like,
all the others, the gays, the girls are like, he's hot.
He's hot. Either way.
Yes, please.
No matter which way you roll, Rob's hot.
Exactly. I
It's so true.
That. I loved that. I'm like, you got to keep it
Yeah.
real. Like, come
Maura
on.
she was like,
I
was
still
so
love Maura.
bad.
she was the opposite of the
Yeah.
MVP. Whatever the opposite of that would be.
Yeah, the WVP, the worst valued player. Like, honestly, like,
Worst player
seriously,
ever.
Like, she took the faithfuls down with her. She took the truth down with her. She took 0 traitors down with her. She actually
No, just 0.
it was so bad to watch for Maura. Like, and at the end, I felt more like. It's just like the most entertaining part wasn't even seeing Rob win for me, because it was so obvious. I think we knew that he was going to win. So it wasn't even that. Like, it was seeing Maura's reaction to Rob being a traitor. It was like the most like,
she was every angle. Just like 3 or 4 camera angles catching her.
Alan Cummings is like, he's like, yeah, Maura, you fucked up. You done fucked up.
You done fucked up, Laura. Girl. You ruined the, and it's
so
just
crazy.
It was like they were saying like it was kind of painful to watch, and I was like, it is kind of painful to watch when, like, because you said, I mean, she trusted him like a boyfriend, and like that betrayal and like the realization of it on her face was so genuine.
Yeah, it was.
I like honestly hated her giving him credit. Like, I would if I were her, I would have popped off. I would have forgiven, whatever. It's fine.
Yeah,
but like,
ultimately.
yeah. But like, in the moment, I would be like, you go kill yourself, please.
No,
I can't believe you did this to me.
Especially when it processed to me that like I would be walking away with nothing.
Nothing.
So like after that process, I would have been like, oh my God. But I mean, she did say in the reunion that he promised to buy her a Birkin.
I wonder if he will.
I feel like he probably will. I mean, he just won almost $250K.
Okay,
I also was
no,
like,
the one thing we should learn is that Rob is good at lying. Okay, he's not going to buy her a Birkin.
So you're going to take his word? Now you're going to believe
Also,
that
I
he's
was
going to
even
buy
more
you a Birkin
confused
or Kelly?
when Lisa Rinna was like, a Birkin's $10,000. I was like, is
No,
it
it's not.
Tinka's Birkin $10,000? Exactly. I was like, maybe a Kelly, right? But I was like, a Birkin?
I feel like
Birkin I thought was like 20, like
Yeah,
15 to
exactly.
20.
Like minimum. Yeah. I was like,
minimum.
10K
He
Birkin.
probably didn't even know what Hermes was. Let's be honest.
Yeah, no. Rob
He lives in a trailer park.
He literally lives in a trailer. There was like a what's it called?
A tour of his trailer.
Thank you. Yes, a tour of his
A
trailer
trailer
on
tour.
YouTube. A trailer tour.
Wait, is there an architectural digest about Rob's trailer? What?
There probably will be after
AD
this.
went to the
like,
trailer.
Honestly.
He went to the trailer.
Rob
He
can do no
is-
wrong. People's
Rob can do no wrong. Like,
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, people. I mean, yes, he was like so annoying and more of it all, but like he genuinely did play like a really good game. Like if
did
you're
a great
thinking about
job.
the rules of the game, I mean, he was an excellent traitor. He got everyone on his side. Everyone believed him implicitly. Everyone trusted him. Like he honestly betrayed all the people he needed to betray at the right time.
Yep.
I thought it was a bad call, him recruiting Eric. Turned out to be a phenomenal call.
Yep. Yep.
Like Eric, honestly, like really, like that probably sucked in that moment to know that Rob chose to ban Eric purely for the sake of knowing that he was a traitor and being like, yeah, I'm not splitting the money with you. Like I'm taking it all because Moore is a faithful, so I'm about to win.
Yep.
Eric said he was mad for a few days. I was like, I probably
I would have been pissed.
If I was that
would have
close
been pissed
to 200 grand and I was like, and then it just like, I just saw it go away from me. Yeah, I'd be pissed too.
Yeah.
It'd take me more than a few days, maybe 5.
Yeah. It
Depends on how much money I had at that moment, but yeah.
Yeah,
This
exactly.
This is true.
But great season. I'm really excited for next season. I hope it's soon. Because
I know.
I mean,
well, is it going to be
I just
normal
started-
people?
no
celebs?
maybe both.
Or they're filming
Like,
that now, or they're recruiting for it, it seems.
Yeah.
You know what? Not that we have to like recap another show because we don't have to because I literally have heard nothing about it. But I see it on Peacock. There's a Traitors UK, like the Traitors started in the UK. It was like a UK show, and then this is like the US version. But it's on Peacock as well now, Traitors UK. And I'm like, should I watch a season?
Oh my God, no, I heard it's amazing. Mark Ballas
Really?
was on Chicks in the Office and he said, go watch the UK. This massive spider just crawled onto the carpet and I'm like, gonna die.
Oh my
God.
gosh.
Do you want to kill it? Maybe we shouldn't say that. We don't kill spiders.
I think it's fine to like spiders can be
I'm scared
killed.
of every activist group. I'm like,
It's like the one warm
Like, I
day,
don't know.
the bugs are coming into the house. I'm like,
no, literally. That's a bad thing about warmer weather too. They're all like coming out to play and you're like,
Yeah,
no,
that's true.
thank
Although
you.
we're all talking about warm weather. It's 40 degrees in New York. Okay, this is like
no, it's 50
hilarious.
today.
Paige, I wore a t-shirt to Trader Joe's.
Are you
Like,
serious?
The sun is out. Oh yeah, it's warm out.
Okay, I need to go outside.
No, you need to.
I know.
It's
I was thinking
beautiful.
about going on a walk or something.
You should.
I did go on a run earlier, but it was like a little cooler. Like it was in the morning. So after this, I will be going on a walk.
Yeah. Well, it's probably gonna get a little cooler now. Your window was probably a good like 11 to 3. Anyway, so the ADHD is buzzing.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, Traitors, amazing. I do think we should touch on Love is Blind before we wrap up.
Let's touch on Love is Blind. I think that, what do you think? We can start, I feel like the most exciting part, which is relevant to all of the journeys, is talking about one of my most favorite parts of the show, which is when everyone meets in person for the first time.
Yes.
And they come together at the bar. Everyone gets basically blackout and like talks about how they feel and whatever. Chris. Let's talk about Chris.
The smallest man who ever
The
lived.
smallest man ever.
Figuratively and literally.
Literally. So for those who are not caught up, Love is Blind, pick people sight unseen. We got a lot of engaged couples this season, a good bit, even more than they budgeted for.
Yep.
And which is insane.
Did you notice,
So
Paige? That's why
annoying.
one couple went to Malibu.
Okay, is that really why? Because like
That's
literally
what they said.
Yeah.
because they were the first episode pod. Like their story, they were so cute. I thought they were so adorable. And then you get to freaking Mexico and they're nowhere to be found because of
my
budget.
God.
They said they chose them because they were like the most unproblematic couple. Like I think they had like,
Which tracks.
and it seems that way. Like they seem
It
very
does.
kind of like chill.
It
But no,
does.
I agree. I'm like, how does Love is Blind, a show that puts out like 5 seasons a year, like they run that show like
I know.
crazy, not have a big enough budget
All over
to
the
send, like,
world.
all of them.
And it's definitely one of Netflix's most popular shows.
I think so.
Dating
100%.
shows are like the biggest things on Netflix right now.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they generate like the most revenue. That's why they're constantly trying to churn them out.
Yeah. Yeah. No.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. No. So annoying. Because I actually like when you have all this drama and you have the Chris's of the world that we gotta watch. You kind of want one love story to like enjoy. So
100%. And I do feel like, and their names are escaping me, but
Vic
is it Desmond?
no, it's Vic, I think, and Christine, maybe.
Oh, I think you're right. No, it is Vic.
Christine?
It is Vic.
Oh yeah,
Desmond-
yeah, they're like the Malibu couple. Yeah,
They're the Malibu couple. But I think sometimes you watch these shows and like, you're like the Chris's, you're like, have you ever looked in the mirror before? Like, have you ever really looked at yourself and been like, okay, this is where I'm at. this is what I'm getting or what I'm going to get from women, whatever. This man, as Morgan mentioned, pushing 5'6". Never give a short man a chance. I feel like there's a big moral in the story there. Jess is so beautiful, so stunning. She's successful. She's smart. She's giving this short man a chance. She's an internal medicine doctor.
No, this man, Chris, his self-love.
Disgusting.
Disgusting.
I mean, it's
The hatred?
No.
Morgan and I watched it together going back and forth, and we were like, I just couldn't believe it. I could not. But this beat red man, like, just blackout doing. Oh my God.
I've said this before, but the confidence. Sometimes I aspire to have the confidence of a mediocre white male. Like, it is
my God.
crazy,
Right?
Mediocre short white male.
Huge.
Like, it's insane.
Huge.
Like, he's on. He knows he's being filmed. He's on national television, being like, I want a girl who does Pilates every day. Shut up, Chris. You don't know anybody that does Pilates every day, so stop pretending.
You don't do Pilates. You don't have a
insane.
great body. I don't understand this.
No, like his self-love is blind.
It's blind. It is.
And what I mean by that, like, genuinely, like, I don't want people to think that, like, everyone can love themselves, right? Like, I want everyone to come with confidence. Like, I'm not trying to, like, put down people that, like, I don't think are generally attractive, right? Like, everyone roll with your confidence, whatever. My issue is how, in order for him to feel like the big man in the room, he decides to put down Jess. And, like, and every single thing that he said was a critique on her exterior. Every single thing, that she doesn't go to the gym, and then that their sex is so bad, it's the worst sex he's ever had. Like everything that he was saying, it was just so unbelievably, like, as a girl hearing it, like, if I heard a man talking that I had been with intimately or had a relationship with, let alone been engaged to, talking about me like that to somebody else, like, days after our breakup, like, I felt so bad for Jess. And, like, even aside from everything of, like, this man, like, truly is, like, disgusting, and he's disgusting honestly more for his personality and his words and the way that he's speaking, like, than anything else. True. Like, I think anyone with two eyes can see that Jess is so fucking out of his league. It's insane. Like, not only physically, I think she's so much more pretty than him. Like, I think he's punching with her beyond. She's also a doctor. She's incredibly successful. She's so smart. Like, she has all of these amazing characteristics, and, like, he's literally sitting in this bar talking about, like, their sex life, talking about that, like, she doesn't go to the gym, like, all of these superficial, like, fucking things. And he was so disgusting about it, and I was just, like, truly enraged, like, sitting there watching him. I was like, where did these men, like, crawl back into the hole you came out of?
Literally. And I don't know if you guys have seen his Instagram.
He just made it.
Created.
Remember, Jess was talking about it, and he bought followers. She talked about it. Yes.
Did you miss that?
Wait, yes, I did miss that.
They said that, yeah.
He didn't have an Instagram. And then after they broke up, he created an Instagram and bought a bunch of followers. And then he was, like, taking pictures of himself at the strip club with, like, the pole in the background.
Yep. And then he DM'd Breezy.
Yeah. And then he's DMing Brie.
What? Okay, well, yes, I did miss that.
He's scummy.
What?
He's gross.
Because his Instagram also, like, now, it looks like he's catfish. He's trying to catfish people, even though he's on, like, international television.
Really?
Like, you can't catfish anybody, dude. You're on TV. God. We can see you. No, you have to look it up. His main photo is, like, in black and white or whatever, and it's, like, all artsy. Like,
it's like an AI photo.
Yeah, it's like, I think it's Fresno or Fresco, whatever his last name is. Yeah, no, you guys got to look it up, because it is.
I need to see this.
I need to see it.
It's ridiculous.
Minuscule version of a man.
I'm like, did he delete it?
Fresno or Fresco?
Whatever his last name is what his Instagram handle is. And maybe it's Fresco. But I
can't find it.
I'm just going to Google Chris Love's Instagram.
But, like, that was just, I don't know. The conversation was gross. Then he just doubled down. And it was almost like everyone saw it. Like, everyone at that bar, the rest of the cast members and the rest of the couples all recognized how horrible what he did to Jess, like, how horrible it was what he did to Jess and the way that he spoke about her. And then he's continuing to double down as to, like, try to be buddy with Chris, Brie's fiance, and trying to get with Brie.
Connor,
and,
you mean?
Sorry, Connor. Thank you.
Yeah, Chris is trying to be buddy-buddy with Connor, yeah.
Chris is trying to be buddy-buddy with Connor, dapping him up, like, yo, bro, blah, blah, blah. And he's like actively trying to take his girl, DMing her on Instagram. Like, it's so slimy. And like really putting him down of like, I stay at the Four Seasons. This is normal for me. Like, this is what you need. And like,
so gross. Like, I just can't.
gross.
Like, and anyone with like actual money doesn't talk like that.
Exactly.
Like, you're not like, it's just, I could say
It's
so
not
many
about
things that I'm
that.
not going to, but like, it's just like, it's such an ick when someone does that. And it's just like, it's an ick to put down Connor. It's like, it's disgusting
Who's
the
a
way
good
he's talking
guy.
about Jess. Even gross to me the way he was talking to Brie. I'm just like, Brie, are you seriously listening to this man being like, no, yeah, like I was like, and she didn't. I mean, I don't know if she didn't say much or the edit looked like she didn't say a lot because a lot of the times you don't know.
Yeah.
But to me in that conversation, it didn't look like she said a lot back. It looked like she was just like listening to him.
Yeah. Agreed.
Which like I wouldn't have the willpower to get through. I think one conversation with a man who was like saying half the things that he said. Like it was just so inappropriate, and I'm just like, the audacity like is insane.
No,
Oh my God. And like, he's literally shorter than her. And nobody come for me. I dated a short man. And he was awful. So
Yeah, I
I
did
gave it a
too.
chance.
Even Connor
Exactly.
said it. Connor said it during when they were fitting for the tux. Connor was like, whatever, he's pushing 5'6". Like I was like, okay, everyone's thinking it. I'm so happy we're saying it.
Listen, exactly.
No.
I'm not trying to just be like a short man hater, but yeah, no.
No.
I've been scarred too. So
No,
I
but if
try
you're
to
short
give
and
it a
mean,
chance.
then I'm gonna hate the
Don't
fact
do
that you're
it.
short.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Oh my God. That's just
And you
the
know,
truth.
Chris is saying he's 5'10". You know he's
know
saying
he
that.
is.
Oh my God! Someone bring
You know
out
he
a
told Jess
ruler.
in the pods he's 5'10".
Yeah, like literally get out of here. Like you should be in breach of contract for lying. Like
Seriously.
Love is Blind. Like production needs to know what you look like, and you didn't look like that.
No, 100%. Like
There's
we-
always
yeah. No, we're allowed to make fun of him for this because he was like an absolute menace at the bar, and he should not have been speaking about Jess that way. Like, she is so nice, literally did nothing wrong, and he also really like switched. I feel like it felt like all of a sudden he like was like, oh, like the veil has been lifted. Like it was really bizarre when the switch happened because
so weird.
so weird.
Oh, yeah.
So unexpected. Yeah, he really just sucks. And like honestly, like a lot of the people on this season, actually not even a lot, I'm gonna say 2 people on this season are 2 of the biggest giant losers I've ever met in my fucking life, and it's Chris and it's Alex.
Yeah,
Oh,
I was literally
Alex.
just gonna say, I'm like, we have to touch on Alex.
Alex
And that conversation.
actually scares me. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
No, I'm like legit frightened. Like, and it is so funny because hated the family dinner conversation. It icked me so much. I hated it.
Yeah.
With Ashley's family. But the way that he was responding to like, it was like they were rehearsed. And he's like quickly, immediately
Everything.
has an answer for everything. That was like already strange to me. And it was like nice to see that at least her dad picked up on it too. It was like, something's off here.
Yeah.
And then fast forward, you go to the conversation, or he's like, you're trying to follow this super weird timeline and story of his like background and his relationship history, which is not a weird thing to ask, mind you, if you're going to marry somebody.
yeah.
And it doesn't line up. And then you have someone like basically backing you up and saying, oh, wait, no, you told me differently. So I would spiral. I would be pissed.
No, like he's such a like gaslighter and like, oh, I told you this, and he's like trying to keep up with all of his lies, and he's all about like
Yeah.
the perception.
Totally what it feels like.
Yeah, like the perception of what like he's trying to be perceived as.
Pathological liar. I think he believes what he says to be true, and it's
Yeah.
not the truth.
I think so too. Exactly.
Yeah.
And like that, and I also really didn't like the when they were sitting at the dining table, and he was talking about the waters, and he was just like nitpicking.
Yeah.
It was like he's trying to find something to fight about with, like trying to find something wrong with her, and like there isn't. Like she's totally. And then about her job, like okay, this girl has a job. Okay, get a job, Alex.
Yeah, what do
Get
you
a
do?
job.
Yeah, the whole soccer coach thing, like not to come down on the soccer coach community, but like Alex is not your greatest representative. Like he's extremely confusing in the way that he like, I don't know what his job is. Like I'm also like soccer coach. Like I get very like, Like, be more specific. I'm like, are we coaching little league? Are we coaching college? Are we coaching high school? Like, are we
Yeah.
you know what I mean? I'm like,
I thought the same thing. I was like,
This is
okay,
true.
see a soccer coach for Ohio State, because that would be like pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's like,
Exactly.
you know, D1 team, whatever. If it's like, if it's like the little league for 4-year-olds, then
yeah, like 12 and
probably
under,
not.
like travel team. Is that what we're coaching? Like, is that why we live this nomadic lifestyle we can't stop talking about?
That was so
Like,
sketchy. Where
So
he
sketchy.
lived.
Like, men like him actually scare me into singleness. Like, I'm like,
Yeah.
like the fact that people
Yeah.
like you exist who just like lie, like it's your job, and it reads off of him. Like, it is like his whole aura is a lie. And I feel like it's kind of like weird to come across people like that, where you're just like, I don't think I've luckily ever met anyone personally where I'm just like, I really feel like everything that comes off your mouth is a lie. But I just feel like it's so obvious. I hope Ashley figures it out.
I hope she does, because she's a nice girl. I've liked her from the start, and he started dogging her in Mexico when he was like not really into blondes, and started planting the seeds there. And then now fast forward, then she was like, we're not intimate. And you know, I don't know. I really hope she's picking up on these breadcrumbs and how sketchy this man is, because I would hate to see them actually go through with it.
Yeah.
Probably because he sees an opportunity with her, and you know, he just screws her
Yeah.
over. I really
Yeah, him and Chris. Two of
This-
the scariest
gross.
men.
Yeah, for sure.
Like,
I do have to say
my
this season of Love is Blind is like one of the first seasons in a while where I'm like, actually, I'm enjoying it. Like I feel like sometimes
Yeah.
No,
the
it's
show's
good.
kind of like going along, but I am enjoying it because I mean
The
everybody's
pods
crazy.
are just the worst. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I hate
the
pods
pods
are
are
s-
long.
I used to
there were
like it.
six episodes. I'm like, we've been
Yeah.
begging them to like shorten it to 4.
Never.
They really need to. And like I think like in the beginning, especially when the show first premiered, the fascination of really getting to know somebody through a wall and you didn't know what they looked like. It was like,
Yeah.
that was really intriguing to me. At this point, like, no.
Yeah.
Like Wade won't even watch it with me if I'm on the pod episodes. He only watches when we get to the part where they meet each other in Mexico.
That's so funny.
I mean,
Oh my
like
God.
fair. Like that's
Yeah.
the best part. Like Mexico
best
to the
part.
weddings is
Yeah.
the best part. It's so funny because the show is like built on the pods. You know what I mean? Like,
It is.
No, it
That's
is.
the foundation.
That's the
That's
foundation
literally
of
the
the
whole
whole
point.
show.
Yeah.
Worst
I
part.
also had one more thing. Who's the girl with the Italian? She's dating the Italian guy with the Italian family, Emma.
Emma, yeah.
Emma. Mm-hmm.
Emma and I forget his name, but
Yeah,
I-
actually,
Chris. There's a
I
lot
don't
of
know.
Chris's.
I'll
I
look
feel
it up.
like a lot of C's.
yeah.
Um,
He's really nice though.
I saw
like
like
him.
people online talking about how because she like doesn't want to have kids, right? And so like
Yeah.
then people are like, okay, well you shouldn't be like if that's her decision as a woman, like she's entitled to make that decision. And I was like, of course, like that, duh. And so, but I was there. I thought it was interesting that like, because it was like the dinner and the dinner with his family, and the mom was like asking a lot of questions, like, oh, I want grandkids. Even his sister was like, oh, I want to have the kids to have cousins, all these things. I kind of had a different take on it because I felt like Emma in the pods said that she didn't want kids, and this guy clearly said that he did, right? So I felt that I don't think we necessarily should be watching it and being like, oh my God, why is everybody forcing Emma to have kids? I was also like, well, maybe Emma shouldn't have chosen this guy because she also knew that he wanted kids. And I felt like how she left it in the pods was in a way of like, listen, like, this is why I struggle with this decision, but like, it's not a hard line. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so that's kind of why I thought like she also chose him because she's like, listen, like, and I feel like she's communicated that to him. And I thought he's actually been quite understanding, but I don't know. I've seen online that people are like, if she doesn't want kids, nobody should force her. Well, it doesn't really feel like that's like she doesn't have this hard line because otherwise she shouldn't have chosen him.
Totally. I
Yeah.
think she's left the door open at the possibility of it, and I think that's what he's kind of holding on to. And I
Yeah.
think he's doing it in like the best way that he can.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
the most respectful. Yeah.
Yeah. And
Yeah, I don't agree with people that are like coming from being like, if she doesn't want kids, she shouldn't have them. It's like, he's not being disrespectful about it, so we don't have to like be
Yeah.
extreme.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah, it's also like, I'm so happy you brought this up because that whole meeting with her and her family, like her sister being like, if I could go back through life and have kids and like do my life over, I would not have children.
How bad?
And then later meeting her children.
Yes.
I was like, girl, like, you have 2 kids. You just said that on national television. Like, they're going to hear one day a clip of their mom being like, if I could do my life over again, I wouldn't have kids. Like, how hurtful. Like, and for an adult kid too, like, I just feel like I feel like if we heard our mom say that, like, as adults, we'd be like, oh my God, like, we just
heartbroken.
Like, you'd just be so sad. Yeah. We'd be like, oh my God, I don't want her to feel like she wasted her life, like, away on me if she always, you know what? Like, I thought that was crazy. And I thought that was like, I was like, maybe her family is also like encouraging this perspective of her. I don't know. Maybe she has been this way her whole life. So they're like protecting maybe what they think she truly wants.
Yeah.
And then she has this new relationship with this guy that really wants kids that she really likes. So she's trying to like preserve that in a way. Cause I don't know, that whole conversation, it seemed like her family was pushing more for like, Emma, you don't want kids. You don't want kids. Like, you know,
more. It definitely felt that way.
Yeah. That's exactly how I felt too. I was like, okay, like, so this is like, it feels weird because it feels like, okay, I don't want to be putting pressure on Emma to have kids either, but like, it sounds like Emma's kind of thinking, Emma's like just walking through the discussion right now and kind of debating it on her own. And she has like very legitimate reasons that she wants to, and then legitimate reasons that she doesn't. So
yeah,
it's like an interesting, like the narrative. And yeah, her sister saying that is crazy to say.
I thought it was crazy. I was like,
wild thing
and
to
then
say
we
on
met
TV.
her kids. I was like, oh, so these are the kids she doesn't
In the
want.
next scene.
Gotcha.
Oh my God.
I thought that was so crazy.
So I'm curious to see what happens with all of these couples. You know,
we'll have weddings for you guys next week.
I know.
I think, yeah, exactly.
New episodes drop next Wednesday. So then, on our next episode, we'll have the weddings to talk about and see who makes it and see who doesn't.
Yeah.
So I'm excited for that. But we gave you guys a long one. Our longest
Super long
ever
one today.
But it was so fun. So many good topics, fun recaps, and I'm happy we were able to get to it. But thank you guys so much for tuning in. We love you so much. Please like, follow, comment. I'm loving the commentary on TikTok. Please keep it coming. We love to pop in and, feed into it. It's been great. Follow us, Rich in Theory Pod, on TikTok, on Instagram, on YouTube if you prefer the visuals. I prefer the visuals. And we will catch you next week. Thank you guys. Bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye.